Okay, let's play a little game of what's more likely as it relates to this upcoming weekend of games. What's more likely as it relates to Jaxson Dart? He combines for 2 touchdowns or he throws 2 interceptions. Which of those two is more likely?
He combines for 2 touchdowns, Mike. He is pretty good with his legs. I don't think they're going to have him do anything outrageous to say, hey, Jaxson, save us. I think he throws a good ball. He's accurate. So I don't think he's going to be – and he's got so much confidence. I remember you and Sims talking to him at the Combine. Really a good, strong personality, confident guy. Knows who he is, knows his limitations. I don't think he's going to do anything crazy. So I would go with the touchdowns more than the interceptions.
I'm going to go with the interceptions just because I don't have any strong feelings one way or the other, and it won't surprise me given the quality of the opponent if they sufficiently flummox Jaxson Dart in his debut and bait him into making some mistakes. What's more likely, and this is 2 games combined into one, 2 teams that played each other a couple of Monday nights ago. What's more likely, another close Buccaneers win or another close Texans loss? Tampa Bay has won 3 games by a total of 6 points. Houston has 3 losses by a total of 13. Texans host the Titans. Buccaneers host the Eagles. What's more likely?
I got to say, Mike, another close Texans loss.
Wow.
I'm worried about the Houston Texans. They're a mess. C.J. Stroud doesn't look the same. Nick Caley as the offensive coordinator is not really making the decision to move on from Bobby Slowick. I know it was DeMeco Ryans, his decision. That decision doesn't look great. Running back situation, not great. Good defense, but offensively, I don't see anything. I don't see any sparks there. I could see the Texans losing this game. They're in trouble.
See, if they were playing anyone but the Titans, I would agree with you. But for as big of a mess as the Texans are right now, the Titans are worse. When you have a head coach that doesn't understand basic fundamental rules, and I'm sorry to be critical. Brian Callahan, we've interviewed him, seems like a nice guy, but it was jarring to me when he admitted after week 1 that he didn't challenge a potential completion because the guy got his elbow down, not 2 feet, when the rules are as clear as they can be. Any body part is sufficient to complete a catch. It makes me wonder, what else does he not know? Anytime anybody demonstrates to you in any setting, in any place where they're supposed to be an expert, when they demonstrate a lack of understanding of something that is a given, what else don't they know? And that's been my question about Brian Callahan. We know this because it came up. What else doesn't he know? And did he give up play calling obligations this week so he could just read the rule book and figure out some stuff that maybe he didn't already know? So if the Texans weren't playing the Titans, I would say the Texans. I think it's more likely the Buccaneers have a close loss. I have them losing by 4, 27-23. And since I'm 1 for 1 this week with my blind squirrel, bingo, bango, bongo, take that to the bank, but don't.
Take it to the bank, but don't. I will follow that advice. I'm on my way to the bank, but no. Yeah, I could. If I were going to the bank, I might do it, but I'm not going to the bank.
Here's one more. What's more likely? And this is a product of a back and forth, and it wasn't as spicy as we've seen with Jim Schwartz and other coaches like Jim Harbaugh back in 2011. But John Morton, the current Lions offensive coordinator, said this week of the Cleveland defense, I don't think they've seen a running game like ours yet. Jim Schwartz on Thursday responded by basically saying, yes, we have. And so with that said, what's more likely? The Lions rush for 140 or more yards, or the Browns hold the Lions, or the Bryans hold the Lowndes under 100. The Lions have the 4th best rush offense with 149 per game, and Cleveland leads the league in rush defense with 57.3 allowed. So what's more likely, over 140 or under 100?
Well, I'm with Morton. They have not seen anything like the Lions have presented this year. I mean, I know they've done a good job holding opponents down, but they had Josh Jacobs, who's a hell of a back, but it's almost like two Josh Jacobs that what the Lions have. The Lions have two number one running backs in Montgomery and Gibbs, and they just ran all over the Ravens last week. I'm going to go more likely the Lions over 140. Lions over 150, 160, Mike. I'm going heavy on the Lions this week.
You know, I agree with you, even though they did hold the Ravens to 45 rushing yards. Now, the problem is they also held the Ravens to 41 points. So you normally would expect when you see that outcome, 41-17, that especially a team like Baltimore would have had a lot of rushing yards. So and look, that was just one of those games that fell into a cluster of compelling week 2 contests, and it was a suffocation by the Ravens. I haven't studied the film on that one, but it's just odd to me on the surface why they only gained 45 rushing yards. But the Browns defense is very good. I think the worst thing that could have happened for the Browns was beating the Packers, because there's no way the Lions can take them lightly this week.
Right.
The Browns are the trap game. And once the trap is sprung, it's hard to reset it on someone else.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.